What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Killer Drone, and welcome back to some more Terraria here on our Master Mode Let's Play. And we're continuing with our Summoner class, where today we are over here in the jungle. And as you can tell, we actually have some housing put in over here at the jungle. Now, this is all temporary. I'm actually going to make much better houses later on in the series for this world, but for right now, this will do just to have some temporary housing for all of our NPCs to live in. And as you can see, we do have the painter in the world now, as well as we have the dryad, and most importantly, we have the witch doctor. And this guy is extremely important because we want to buy two things from him. First off, we want to buy the jungle pylon, and this is going to allow us to get back over to the jungle very easily with the pylon network. And then the next thing that we want to do is something that can only be bought at nighttime, and that is the pygmy necklace, and that increases our maximum number of minions by 1. I'm also probably going to pick up an imbuing station because we can imbue our whip with things like flaming flasks and stuff like that to do even more damage. But first off, I do actually need to empty out my inventory real quick, just a little bit, so that I can actually have some room for this stuff. There we go, pygmy necklace and an imbuing station for us to put back at the world spawn. So there we go, that is everything that we need from this guy, and I should be able to teleport back to world spawn. And then if I ever need to get back to the jungle, I can just hit M, pull up the map, and go right back over here to the jungle pylon. You're not close enough to a pylon to teleport with the pylon network. So it looks like I do have to have the pylon for the wood, or for the forest area, in order for us to do that. So, okay, I guess I forgot about that, but that is not a problem. At least we have the pylon over there. So once we have this area set up, we should be good to go. In fact, I may actually be able to buy that. Can I buy that from this guy? No. Okay, so we don't have enough NPCs that are happy over in this area for us to afford that right now. But that's okay. We will get that set up here in just a few minutes. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this pygmy necklace. We need to put this in place of something, and I think that something is probably going to be our bazaar. I like the bazaar, but it's really only useful in the jungle, whereas the pygmy necklace, it's useful everywhere. So I think I'm going to retire our bazaar for now, and if we ever need it in the future because we're in the jungle, we can always bring that back out and use it again. And there we go, I now have the forest pylon in place, so I can go ahead and walk up to this thing, right click on it, and I can teleport over to the jungle, nice and easy like so. So we now have a very quick path over the jungle if we need to. Let's go ahead and head back to our main area though. Nice easy teleport. And this is not the only temporary housing that I have put in place over in the jungle. I actually have temporary housing in a couple of different places, such as the desert, as well as in our snow biome over here where our goblin tinkerer is. Speaking of which, I do need to make a visit over to him in order to re-roll this pygmy necklace. So let's go ahead and let's go give him a visit. And the reason that I put in all of this temporary housing is because we need to get better prices whenever we're rolling our gear, as well as we needed to get the pylon network in. So this temporary housing is actually super important for us to progress here. So as you can see, this pygmy necklace, it costs 6 gold to re-roll. However, if he was in another biome, say like a desert where he's definitely not happy, this would cost a lot more. So your price is dependent on the biome they are in and how happy they are. Now, this guy may not be super happy right now. Perfect. The lack of annoying neighbors adequately meets my needs. So actually, it sounds like he is perfectly happy right now, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and re-roll this guy. Rash pygmy, quick. We're probably going to use... Oh, actually, you know what? We will take armored. I will definitely take that. So that is another minion as well that we can go ahead and summon in. And now we have 4 bees that are going to help us out. Not bad at all. You'll also notice that we got this little guy. He's another little pet. He is a minotaur, and I actually got this guy while I was fishing in order to get some more summoning potions for a fight that we're going to do here in a minute. But let's go ahead and head back to the base for right now. And the last thing that we picked up from the Witch Doctor is this imbuing station. And this is a pretty good upgrade because it allows us to add a buff to our weapon. In this case, our whip. And we can actually apply status effects with our whip using this thing. So what we can do is take something like a water bottle and a stinger, and we can make a flask of poison. And it says melee and whip attacks will poison enemies for 20-minute duration. So every time that we attack something with our whip, as long as it is weak to poison, we will poison it, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to make about 30 of these or so because we're going to use these for our next couple of fights. Speaking of which, I think it's time for us to head over to the Crimson and get our first fight going for today. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are in the Crimson biome, and I already have an arena set up because today we're going to be taking down the Brain of Cthulhu, and this is a fight that I haven't done in quite a long time. Normally I do a corruption world, which means that we fight the Eater of Worlds, which I seem to recall that the Eater of Worlds is actually harder. I feel like the Brain of Cthulhu is actually easier, if I remember correctly, so this may actually be a pretty easy fight for us, but we'll have to actually, you know, do it in order to see. So, we are going to spawn this guy in, and in order to do that, we have to destroy some of these bulging hearts that are over here. So, I think we've already destroyed one of these. So we should just have to destroy 2 more in order to have this guy spawn in. So if we go ahead and place a dynamite down. There we go. There is 1. And now if I place another dynamite here, that should start this fight. And the Brain of Cthulhu should spawn in. Okay, a little nervous preparing myself, but I think we will be good. Let's go ahead. Let's hit our buffs. Let's get a dynamite going. And boom. Brain of Cthulhu. Let's do this thing. And we are now... Oh, he spawned on top of me. Well, that's always nice. Okay, get them, boys. Get them, boys. And I actually have one more summon that I can use. Alright. And our bees are actually doing pretty good as far as damage goes. And we are relatively safe. There it is. See, this is what I hated about the Brain of Cthulhu fight, though, is this thing always disappeared. Alright, he is wide open now. Oh, hi there. There we go. Ow. And beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Brain of Cthulhu is much, much easier than the Eater of Worlds. 100% much easier than the Eater of Worlds. But there we go. It is now done. And we got ourselves a Brain of Confusion. Has a chance to create illusions and dodge an attack. Temporarily increases critical chance after dodge. May confuse nearby enemies after being struck. That is interesting. We also got the Brain of Cthulhu relic that we will put back at our base. And then we also got this tissue sample, which is going to be very, very useful for us in order to get some new gear, such as new pickaxes and stuff like that. And it looks like I also got some Crimtane ore. Let's actually, since we have a few minutes left of our buffs, let's see if we can't go ahead and defeat another one of these guys real quick and easy. However, this isn't the only thing that I want to do in today's episode. I would actually like to go to a corruption world as well and try to take out the Eater of Worlds, because that is also a very important battle that we need to do so that we can get the worm scarf, which is way, way better than the Brain of Cthulhu's main drop. Alright, that should be another one down. There we go. So we should just have to destroy one more of these things. One more heart. And that one may get it. No, wasn't close enough. Okay, hold on. Let's get a little bit closer and let's destroy this one. Now it's definitely going to get it. Alright, I can get up into my arena now. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to get in my arena. Alright, we're good. We're good. I just really want to be in the arena whenever the brain is here. And actually, we're doing a little bit worse this time already. We've taken 2 hits thus far. Get out of here, eye. Oh, dude, we got tissue samples going all over the place. All right, B. Bees, you guys gotta do some more help here with me. I think it's still that one. Yep. And we are good. Another Brain of Cthulhu down. Yeah, this guy's easy. This guy's really easy. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and collect up all of the drops that have dropped around here, and I will bring you guys back whenever we are back at the base. Alrighty, so back over here at the base, and we can actually get ourselves a couple of upgrades to our gear. Not specifically any of our fighting gear, but that is going to come here fairly soon after we get an upgrade to our pickaxe and to our hammer. So let's go ahead and let's see what we can do. First and foremost, let's make some crimtane bars. You guys will remember that we have found a little bit of crimtane ore underground previously that we never made into bars. So we have quite a bit of it, plus we just got some from the fight with the Brain of Cthulhu. So we have a ton of this stuff just lying around. Let's go ahead and just turn a ton of it into bars. 109 bars will be absolutely plenty for right now, and we can go ahead and make ourselves the Deathbringer pickaxe. As you can see, it has 70 pickaxe power, which is a pretty big increase from our deadly fossil pickaxe that only had 55 pickaxe powers. So we are now able to mine hellstone, which doesn't sound like much, but again, that will become very relevant here in just a minute. The next thing that we can also do is go ahead and upgrade our tungsten hammer into the flesh grinder. So we can go ahead and replace that guy where our hammer did 50% hammer power. This one does 55 hammer power, which isn't exactly a big deal in this game. Hammer power doesn't do a whole lot, but any upgrade at this point is, you know, worth celebrating because, well, yeah, we're still kind of weak as a summoner, so I am okay with any upgrade that I can get. And that's actually all that we need this crimtane bars for basically the rest of the game. We really don't need crimtane bars for anything. However, we will need more tissue samples in the future for some other things we're going to create. So this, it's a good thing that we went ahead and got ourselves some extra. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to retire my fossil pick, my tungsten hammer, and I'll go ahead and put up the crimtane ore and bars as well. But we are actually about to head down into hell, all the way down to the bottom of the earth, in order to get ourselves our first bit of hellstone. And as you can see, we've actually never been this deep into the earth before. So this is going to be our first trip. And I think we can get pretty far down pretty easily. But before we go down into hell, first things first, we need to collect up some obsidian because we are going to need this stuff for our next upgrades as well. So I'm going to go ahead and collect up a ton of this real quick by having this water meet this lava. And there we go. Nice little obsidian farm here. I mean, it's not really a farm, but you guys get what I mean. You guys get what I mean. Alrighty, and this time we are in hell For real. We are down here in the depths of hell, and we are looking for some hellstone. And this stuff is actually a little bit tricky to get because whenever you mine it, it actually spawns lava as well. And normally, I would get an obsidian potion in order to come down here and get this, an obsidian skin potion, but I actually forgot mine. So I'm going to see, since I don't need much of it, if I will be able to just mine what little bit I need without having to go to the surface. Also, there's a shadow chest right here, and we haven't been to the dungeon yet, so we can't actually open those up. So we'll have to come back here later in order to get anything out of there that we need. Oh man, these imps. These guys actually hit pretty hard. Goodness. And why are my bees... My bees are absolutely terrible. They're not doing much damage, or not doing many attacks at all against these guys. Let's just be careful here. I don't think there's anything that way that I can go to. Not easily, at least. Alright, let's go this way. Probably, now that I'm thinking about it, it may actually save me a huge headache if I just go ahead and head back to the surface and grab an obsidian skin potion. But I'm kind of stubborn, and I kind of want to see if I can do it this way. This is probably not smart at all. This is probably not smart at all. I have a feeling that we're going to end up dying doing it this way. But you know what? For fun. For fun. I haven't picked up an obsidian skin potion, have I? No, I haven't. And I don't have one in my piggy bank. Do I, by chance? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna wing this. We're gonna wing this and hope that we survive. Okay, so I know I just said that I didn't need that much hellstone, but I forgot I need 3 of these in order to make 1 hellstone bar. So, yeah, I actually need a lot more than I thought. I'm only making 3 items out of the hellstone, but still, that is quite a bit of hellstone that I need. So I'm going to see, I should have some obsidian skin potions up here in one of these chests, and then we'll head back down. I think we are actually going to play this a little bit safe. Alrighty, so obsidian skin potion, that's going to grant me 6 minutes worth of immunity to lava. So that means we're going to have to be in a little bit of a rush to get this hellstone, but I think we should be able to do it. I should be able to run through this lava pretty quickly and get to all of it as well. So now, yeah, let's just get to it. Let's just mine this stuff as quickly as we possibly can. And I'm going to use up all 6 minutes. Even if I get extra, that's fine. We can just sell the extra hellstone. I do need to be careful here, though, because if I don't watch that timer, I may not have enough time to get out of the lava, or I may not have enough time to teleport back to the surface. Both are pretty important. Also, while I'm down here, I do have to find a hell forge in order to craft up some things as well. So that is pretty important for me to find, too, while we're down here. While we're down here and while I'm thinking about it, excuse me, bees, you guys are gonna have to start pulling your weight around here because you are definitely not right now. It's kind of a cool bed. Anyway, hellstone right here. Let me grab it. Alrighty, and back up here at the surface, and first things first, it is upgrade time once again, and this time we are going big with the obsidian armor, the obsidian outlaw armor, and this stuff is very, very good. This was added in 1.4, I believe, the 1.4 update, and ever since it was added in, it completely changes the way that people play a summoner early game because it focuses on whip damage a little bit more than it focuses on minion damage. So let's go ahead and take a look here at exactly what I'm talking about. So first and foremost, the Obsidian Outlaw Hat, 4 defense plus 8% minion damage. Go ahead and compare that to our B armor, plus 4% minion damage, whereas this is plus 8 And this has 4 defense as well. So we're actually getting more minion damage out of the Outlaw Hat. Now, the Obsidian Longcoat increases our max number of minions by 1 and 6 defense. Whereas this guy is 5 defense, increases our maximum number of minions by 1, but also increases our minion damage, where this guy does not. So there you go. You got a little bit more minion damage on the breastplate here of the B armor, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and swap that out as well. Then you have the Obsidian Pants, which is 5 defense plus another 8% minion damage, which if we go ahead and look at this guy, this has 4 defense and only 5% minion damage. So, as you can tell, the Obsidian armor gives a lot of bonuses toward getting increased minion damage. So let's go ahead and check out the set bonus for the B. You get a additional plus 10% increased minion damage for having the whole set of B armor. Now let's contrast that with the full set of the Obsidian armor, and you got a lot more bonuses. You have increased whip range by 50%, speed by 35%, and increases minion damage by 15%. This thing is a beast. So not only are we getting that increased minion damage from everything, but we're also going to be getting increased whip damage, or not whip damage, but whip speed, which basically DPS, that is increased damage, and also range so we can hit things from further away. So this is absolutely an amazing set of armor, and just check out the whip. Just check out the whip. Do you see how much further we can reach now? It is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Now, as you can see, we do have 3 minions, which is good, but that increased whip and the increased damage from the minions is just, it's great. It really is great. I think we had 4 minions with the B armor, right? We got 1 from here, 1 from here, and then on this guy, we only got, we only got 1 minion from this chest plate. So we did lose 1 minion by upgrading to the Obsidian armor, but I think that trade-off is worth it for all of the other increases that we get. But that is not the only upgrade that we can get right now. We can also go ahead and make these Hellstone bars, and we can turn this into some more gear. That's right, the gear just keeps on coming right now. Let's go ahead and head over to our anvil, and we can now make the Molten Pickaxe, which is a really big deal. We already upgraded our pickaxe once today, but we're going to go ahead and upgrade it again to a pickaxe that has 100% pickaxe power, which means we can basically mine anything in the game for the most part. Or not anything, but we can mine most things that we need for progression in the game now. So Molten Pickaxe is a huge upgrade. But not only that, we can also go ahead and grab ourselves the Imp Staff. This is a upgrade kind of to the Hornets that we have here. You see, these Imps are kind of a double-edged sword. The Imps actually hit much harder than the Hornet Staffs do once you get a modifier on them. They can hit pretty high. However, the Imps are much slower at firing and therefore a little bit inaccurate, especially against moving targets. So the Imp is it's good, it's a heavy hitter, but it also misses quite a bit. So it's one of those things that we're probably going to use just here and there. We're probably going to stick with our Hornets most of the time, though, just because of the accuracy that they have. And then, last but not least, we have another axe, but I believe I am just short of having the Hellstone that I need. I needed 15, and I only have 13, so we need to head back down into Hell to get that last little bit that we need. Alrighty, and there we go. I went ahead and got the last little bit of hellstone that I needed, and now we can make the molten hammocks. And this can actually replace both our axe and our hammer. This is a 2-in-1, so it has 150 axe power and 70 hammer power. So it is better than our quick flesh grinder, as well as it is better than our platinum axe, which is actually really good because that's going to make harvesting our money farm right now a lot easier as well. So we have gotten an absolutely insane amount of upgrades today. We got ourselves the obsidian armor, we got ourselves the 2 sets of upgrades for our axes and stuff, and then we also got ourselves an imp staff, we got ourselves a pygmy necklace. We absolutely geared out today. We really did. But anyway, guys, I do believe that is going to be where I wrap up for today's episode. I do hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like the video as well as subscribe if you are new to the channel. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day. You know what? Actually, I'm going to continue recording here for just a second because I want to see... Oh, that's so much faster. Oh, that's so much faster.